Good advice. I would say personally 10 out of 10 do not recommend anyone to start breeding dogs. Because listen, you don't want to do this. Like you don't want this life. That's how I feel. Thank you everyone for tuning into the Sunny in the 6 podcast. I'm your host Sunny in the 6, and I'm here with my friend Cola. We're going to have an interesting topic today. We've both given birth, not personally, but our dogs. So we both helped our dogs give birth, and I feel like this would be a cool topic for us to talk about. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself? I know you do a couple other things, not just a breeder, so let us know.
Well, we are new at breeding. This is our first litter. I'm so excited because it went very
Ooh.
well. Yes. And I also do fitness content. I'm starting that up now because I have goals.
Yeah,
Goals,
yeah.
yeah.
Same.
And I grade as well. So I have that going on as well.
Okay. Okay,
Graders.
cool. Cool. I love that. So it's also my first litter. So we have that in common. Um, did you like do it on purpose, or was it like just like your dog got pregnant? You're like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing.
No, actually, we did it intentionally. So we had
Okay.
Callie, our girl, and she was 4 years old. We had her for 4 years, and we're looking for a boy, a stud. So I purchased him, I think it was last year or the year before. Yeah, because he's two now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was intentional, something that I could pass down to my son. Yeah.
What kind of dogs are they?
They are mixed breed bulldogs. So the dad has lab and bully, and the mom has red nose and bull mastiff. So they're
Oh,
very
okay.
exotic.
Okay. Love that. Mine are honestly, my story is crazy. Like I didn't know genetics of dogs was so deep, or maybe it's just my dogs, but you know, obviously I have hairless dogs.
Mhm.
Um, two hairless dogs. We didn't do it on purpose. Um,
Mm,
we were planning to do it one day, but when it happened was not when we planned to do it, right?
right.
Anyways, we thought we were gonna get at least one other hairless puppy out of our two hairless dogs, but we got three fully haired
Oh my goodness.
dogs, and we were shocked.
That's
Like
interesting.
I couldn't understand it. And like even still to this day, I'm a little bit confused. But after
Mhm.
doing lots of research, it's pretty much that two hairless dogs can't make another hairless dog. You have to breed a hairless dog
Really?
and a fur dog together.
To get a hairless dog. Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that, eh?
Me either. Honestly, I was trust me, I was shocked.
You're like, are you sure it's his?
No, seriously, that's like the running joke with everybody where they're like, did she get outside and like,
Right?
she was running the streets? I'm like, no, I saw it happen.
It's possible. Yeah, yeah, you saw them get stuck.
Yeah, I was there. I'm like, it has to be theirs. What else was I gonna say? So like, were you the one that like actually helped with the birth, or did she do it on her own?
My son and I both helped her, but she was so good. Like, I'm so proud of her. I'm like, you're like a pro already. I knew she was gonna be a good mother. You know,
Hmm.
we're just so naturally inclined to being like nannies.
Hmm.
Yeah, those kind of dogs.
I
They're
I
very
was similar. Like I honestly was so scared of my dog. I was like, I don't know, she's kind of a dumbass. So like I don't know if she can handle this,
yes, yes.
But once the puppy started coming out,
Mhm.
she just knew exactly what to do. And I was shocked. I'm like, wait, are you gonna eat it? Like, what are you doing? Relax.
I
But
know.
she
Yeah.
wasn't. Like, did you get scared when like they're like breaking open the sack?
Yeah, because they're in there for so long and you see the fluid, you're like, oh my goodness, are you gonna pop it? Sometimes we have to help her because like she's
Exactly. I had to do the same thing. Like I'm there like, okay, like the puppy needs to come out of the sack. She's like trying to break it, but she's also being so rough. I'm like, "Oh my gosh." And then when she started eating the placenta,
hmm
I
you
I was
lost it.
like, that's disgusting.
And it's natural. It's like it's the best thing for them.
Honestly, there was 3 puppies. I only let her eat 2 of them because they were so big. I'm like, you're gonna like vomit later, like.
God.
But I was so like, I was shocked and proud of her at the same time. Like she knew exactly what to do, even like with their because. Did you like we had to cut the umbilical cord, clamp it off? Like I felt like a nurse.
Wow. No, she like ate it all.
She just did it all by herself.
She did it all by herself. I was so surprised. I'm like, how's this gonna work? Because we didn't know really what to expect. Like we watched a lot of videos.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of prep ourselves.
Yeah.
Like you just don't know until it happens.
Trust me. Yeah. I watched probably every single birthing video available on YouTube. And I was still like, what's happening?
Exactly. Yeah. Because I heard about clamping too. I'm like, oh my goodness, do we have to do that? Like, let's just make sure this is.
I bought so much stuff that I did not even need. Okay. Like I bought like a birthing kit, different collars, the calcium, like everything that I researched. I'm like, oh, I need this. I need this. It was like I was giving birth. It was crazy.
That's how it's supposed to be, though. That's really how it's supposed to be. Because I felt so unprepared. Like I had a few things, but I didn't go out and purchase a lot of the other,
I think I probably spent like $300 in stuff. Like I had like a whelping pool. I had
yeah.
so much. And then like literally the next day, everything, I didn't need anything anymore. I was like, okay, all right, I just have all this stuff now.
Yeah, you're like, how do I use this?
Honestly, like it felt like a similar experience. Like it felt like almost like a surrogate was carrying my children.
No, and they're so beautiful, and there's so many.
Oh, how many did you have?
We had 8 in total. We lost 2.
8?
Yeah. We had 8 in total. Yeah. I don't
That...
like, like when the one came out, I was like, oh,
so cute.
She'll have her little one, one puppy, and then all these. I'm like, okay, when is it gonna stop? Because I know we can have up to 15.
Oh my gosh! Listen, did you do an ultrasound to see how many were coming, or you just left it up to God?
Yeah, I left it up to God because it was really hard to get a hold of our vet, but like their timing and stuff and their availability. But
yeah,
have one, like in case of emergency. I've heard some stories.
We were, same. I heard some terrible stories, and we were supposed to do an ultrasound, but like that shit was like $1,000. I'm like, listen, I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to see what happens. But like, we didn't know when it was gonna be done. Like after she had the 3rd one, we're like, okay, like, is there gonna be a 4th? I couldn't imagine 8. Like I thought 3 was a lot.
It was so tiring, Sunny. Honestly, I'm like, because it's like sometimes it was like every 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour, and then we're like, watching her, petting her,
Yeah.
Yeah. When it was done, it was done.
Yeah, you knew. Me too. Like after like the 3rd one and like she kind of calmed down, I'm like, okay, I think we're done here. But I also heard so many stories about after you think you're done and then boom, 2 more come.
It's true. No, it's very true because we had the run come, right? The run was the one we thought. And then all of a sudden another one came out. Like in 10 minutes, just pop out. I'm like, what?
Oh my gosh. No, it's definitely an experience. Jeez, I cannot.
It was a wonderful experience, especially for the boys. So I had my son and his friend was here, and just them experiencing that.
Yeah.
That was
yeah. Well, seriously, it's like I feel like a grandma for real.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
How old are they now?
They're 11 weeks.
11 weeks. Okay, so when are they starting to go to their new homes?
Well, they are allowed to go at 8 weeks. I wanted to keep them for 12 weeks because I've had puppies at 8 weeks, and they are very different when they're older. They're nice, they're really sweet. I mean, they were always sweet,
I said the same thing, 12 weeks, but I still have 2 of them. I only sold 1 so far, and they're like 5 months.
Oh my God, good for you. That's good. That is so good.
Really?
You want a good home, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Like I didn't want them to just go to anyone. And one of the girls, or the girl that he went with, was one of the vet techs from the vet. So that was nice. So like when they go to the vet, they get to see their brother.
That is
So cute.
so nice. I love that. That's what I want though. Like I want that long term relationship. You know, we
Exactly.
can see each other. We can go to the beach.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to do that. I can't wait till summertime. We can like get them out so they can all play together and everything. Like even the puppies, the one that got sold, the owner sent me a picture of him in a jacket, and I'm like, "Where'd you get that?" And like she sent me the link, and then I ordered them all matching jackets.
Oh,
It was so cute when they went to the vet. Like they were all matching. I was like, they look like Power Rangers.
they're so cute.
Oh my god, so cute. Do you have any like prospective people that you're thinking of yet, or
I do. I have quite a few in my area,
yeah?
and some people are contacting my aunt and other people on social media. So I'm like, oh my goodness, who's gonna get
I
them?
know.
You know?
I
But
feel
I
like
did,
it's a popular breed though. Like you won't have trouble selling it.
yeah. And they're
Mhm.
beautiful. I mean, they're gorgeous. Like if I had the space, I would keep them. I wouldn't even sell them.
That's how I feel about mine. I'm like, honestly, if no one buys them, like I'm not lowering the price. Like if you
Right.
guys don't want them for my price of love, then I'll just keep them.
Yes, I hear you. I hear you. I know. I did give one to my nephew for his birthday.
Oh,
So
that's cute.
cute.
So you'll always have one of them still in the family, at
Yeah,
least. So
absolutely.
that's good. Love that. Like, have you become attached? Like I honestly cried. I cried when the other one left. I was like, "Who's my baby?"
I know. Like every day I'm like, are you leaving Gammy? You leaving Gammy soon? And they know their names now. So I'm like, oh my goodness, you're gonna be getting a new name unless, they want to
Did you
keep
name them all? Like you have all their
it.
names?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
so cute. I
Goats.
had such a hard time naming them.
Did you?
Yeah.
So what about now? Are they
No,
named?
they're named. Now they're named, but I had a really hard time because I was like, I don't want to like name them and then they have to change their names, you know? Even the one that got sold, they changed his name. But
Yeah.
after so long, I'm like, I can't, like, they need names at this point. I can't call him blue collar, gray collar.
Come here, you.
Yeah, they need names. So I named them one of them. Pretty much we have two left, and they're like the twins, we call them because they kind of look the same. And
Mhm.
one of them named Legend, and the other one's named Gohan after his dad, who was Goku.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
Yeah. So cute. Oh gosh.
your hands are full with them. They're like, they're like a
No.
stampede.
You have so many. I can't imagine. Like, I feel like I'm getting attacked. I have 4 dogs in this house. So, like, I can't even imagine. Like, literally, I can't even sit on the couch without each single dog wanting to be on me. I'm like, okay.
I know. I love it. Oh my gosh. I never experienced anything like this in my life.
No,
I'm like,
seriously. It's so adorable, and I honestly didn't think that I would get so attached to them. I was like, "Oh, they're just dogs. Like, I'm gonna sell them. They're gonna be gone." But now I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep them.
you know?
I wouldn't mind. What are you feeding them? Are they like on a raw diet or you feed them like puppy food?
No raw right now. Just puppy
No?
food, dog food. Yeah,
Okay.
like chow, dog chow.
Okay. So I was feeding them my dog's Royal Canine,
Hmm.
but I don't know, maybe because they're getting older, but they're just starting to not want it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know when you can change them from puppy food to regular food. You know what I mean?
I know, but you know what's interesting? Like, I think you can change them pretty early because, sorry, um, they will go and eat their mom and dad's food. I'm like, you're already
That's what I'm
eating this.
saying.
I might as well just stock up.
Literally, because I just recently switched their mom's and dad's food to Costco brand,
Hmm.
um, which is good. It's affordable. It's a giant bag. Like I love it, but
Hmm.
I feel like since they got a taste of that, they're like, we don't want this shit anymore. Give us
Exactly.
that.
Like, that's exactly what it is. Like, oh, because they know.
Yeah.
And I give them, coconut oil.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I'll freeze it and put it in little cubes and give it to them.
Yeah, I love doing that. I
Yeah.
have I give them little pumpkin cubes. I give
Oh.
them little goat's milk with blueberries, or
Ooh.
not goat's milk, sorry, plain yogurt. What's it called? Greek yogurt.
The
So
Greek
Greek
yogurt.
yogurt with blueberries and like the frozen cubes. They love those. And I give them quail eggs. Because I
Oh.
tried to give them like other stuff, like just little treats, not fully raw, but like just extra things to like make them want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll just eat that stuff and not eat their puppy food.
Oh my, yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I see people just cook. Like just
Yeah,
rice, you can throw in the rice, the broccoli, the potatoes, because that will like
exactly.
keep you satiated.
Yeah.
So that's what
I
I do.
thought about doing that, but that's a lot of work. I'm a lazy girl.
Because I'm like, because realistically, I'm like how long will that last if I make a
Hmm.
big pot? Because usually I
Hmm.
make an 18-kilo bag, right?
Yeah, exactly. And oh my gosh, I can only imagine how much dog food that they eat. Like I thought I was bad. I have 4 small dogs. Your dogs are probably bigger than my dogs all put together.
I think they're the same size as your dogs right now.
Really? I don't know.
Right
My
now they're so
dogs,
tiny.
they look bigger than they are because they're fluffy. Your
Yeah,
dogs are like short haired. They look huge.
yeah. That's true. They're getting big by the minute. I'm like, okay. Okay, we need a
That's
house now. We
crazy.
need a backyard.
Oh my gosh. No, trust me. I'm so happy I have a backyard. I just recently started letting them go in the backyard since they've gotten fully vaccinated. And that's another thing. Like I was hoping that they would be sold by now so I wouldn't have to get them all their shots. But at this point I done spent like $600 each puppy on fucking shot.
Wow. Oh Lord, that's
It's
a lot.
crazy. It's so much. And I'm like, damn. And honestly, like I'm a stickler for that. Like I
Yeah.
could have just been like, they'll be fine. Like they don't even go outside. Like, you know what I mean? Let their owner get them their shots. But I'm just like, I don't want them to get sick. I love them so much. I don't like, you know what I mean?
I know. That's why like they haven't gotten their shots yet. I'm like, I don't want to take them out and about so
Exactly.
much.
Yeah. You can't. You can't because there's lots of like if they're not vaccinated, they can get so sick. Even my friend's dog, he wasn't vaccinated against parvo, and like she
Mhm.
just took him to the dog park. He literally almost died. I was like, bruh, I'm
No.
scared. So I like just made sure that they're fully vaccinated before bringing them outside and whatnot. But they love it. Like they just started going on walks. You seen it on my snap the other day. Like they
Oh,
dragging me all over the place.
oh yeah.
um, one thing I wanted to ask, did you, because I seen you posting them online and whatnot, but have you received like any like backlash from like the PETA people like, oh, you don't need to be breeding dogs. There's enough dogs in the world.
No, I haven't gotten that, but I did get someone say, I don't want them because they're killers.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
that-
I didn't
no,
say
no,
that.
I'm saying that's rude.
Yeah,
That's
I'm like,
rude.
stop this. You know,
No, you're like they're babies.
like, come on. You have to be a good owner.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of dogs. I was never afraid of dogs when I was younger.
Hmm.
But if they're with an owner that I feel like they don't train them well, then I'm like more afraid of, you know?
Exactly. It's all honestly all about the owner. Like you can't put a negative like prospect on like a dog just because it's breed. That's the same thing as doing like, oh, black people are all killers. Like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't add up, you know?
Oh, it's ignorance.
But
It's okay.
I received so much of that. I was actually shocked. I was like, I felt like I was defending myself so hard. I'm like, listen, first of all, I'm not even a breeder, okay? This
Yeah.
happened by accident. I'm just trying to do the right thing here.
Oh my goodness. People want puppies.
But honestly, I've had a hard time selling mine. It's like I'm not trying to like make a heavy profit. I'm just trying to because I spent so much in the shots at this point. I'm just trying to get that back. But
Yes.
like, I don't know. I actually having a hard time selling them.
Where do
What?
you usually post them?
I mean, I post them TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Kijiji. But
Hmm.
like, I don't know where else could you post dogs.
Good question.
That's pretty. And I actually googled like a bunch of like these like random like puppy adoption sites, and I like tried to post on there, but like nothing ever comes. Like no one ever messages me or anything. I'm like, well, are they ugly or something? I don't know.
I think word of mouth really helped me.
Oh yeah, like people
Like,
telling. Hmm.
yeah, I think more, I get a lot more in person requests.
Hmm. Even
But
me, like the one that I actually sold was from the vet. Like, like they actually
yeah,
seen him and they're like, oh, I need him now, type of thing. It wasn't even from Kijiji.
yeah,
Like
that's
the
nice.
amount of people that message me on Facebook, like, so many messages, but then they're
Mhm.
just like, "Oh, never mind." And I'm just like, "You know what? I'll keep them. I don't care."
Aw.
At
No,
this
but look at
point,
them.
yeah, they're my children. It's fine.
They're in love with you.
No, they do. They love me. It's fine. I love them too.
Yeah.
I might, if anything, worst comes to worst, I'll like you did. I'll probably give them to people in my family and be like, just love them. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. That to me, that's my main concern. Like, I will definitely, invest in myself. I invested in a puppy, and somebody wants a puppy, they'll invest too. But I have
Exactly.
people that I'm like, oh, I can give it to my sister. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Exactly. And like
Yeah.
honestly, I paid $1,500 for each of my dogs. You know what I mean? So like I paid and I'm selling them for way less than that. So like I'm just like if it's the right person, they'll be ready for them. I'm not stressed about it.
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
not stressed.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
How did you manage with potty training? Cuz listen, I was stressed.
Well, as you know, I'm not in a house right now. I'm in a balcony, in an
Oh my
apartment that has
gosh.
a balcony, and I just had to like strategically think like, how do I do this? You know,
Yeah.
and we have a
Yeah.
big crate and we have a smaller crate, so they all fit really nicely in the smaller crate. Like we interchange. Sometimes mom and dad are sleeping with them, but the way how my balcony door is, I put the crates near the door, and then I angled their crate toward the door and open the balcony door and let them go out. And I have like a little guard up so that they don't go into like their doggy room, which is
Mhm.
my dining room, my own dining room, their room, so
Okay.
that they can play. In my little area, my living room salon, like they get to go and explore, but that's just
Mhm.
specific times, right? But yeah, the potty training is just a balcony right now.
Oh, that's crazy. I couldn't imagine that. I mean, my
Wow.
puppies, they weren't even going outside at first because they were too small and it was snowing and all that. So we were like pee pad training them. And they actually caught on pretty well.
Mhm.
Um they weren't so bad, but like it's just so much piss. Like
Oh, let me backtrack. Yeah, when they were babies, well, in the beginning, mommy is cleaning up everything, right?
yeah.
Me too.
Mhm.
So yeah, we did try to potty what do you call it? The
Pee
pad,
pads.
pee
Yeah.
pad. Did try to put them down. They did use it once in a while, but then if you just leave it there and
They
leave them
eat it.
unattended, and I'm like, what's this mess?
Yes, like it's not a snack.
Huh? But the ones that you have, right, are really good, right?
But that's why we had to get the reusable ones, the
Hmm.
washing ones, because then they don't
Yeah,
eat it. It looks more
yeah,
like a blanket almost, but even that was a hassle. Like I was like, listen, I'm
yeah.
not washing out piss-filled pads 6 times a day. Like I'm not doing it.
That is the thing, yeah. No, we resorted to putting down newspaper, and then
Uh-huh.
now they do this so they can go out on the balcony. But
Mm.
it's a lot of mopping up because sometimes they, have accidents. So the
Listen,
mop bucket is right
they have a pad that's so big, okay?
there.
Like, it's literally it's like a pad that you would get for, like, a giant pit bull. Like, that's how big the pee pad is. Like, it's actually, like, probably 6 feet long, and for some reason, when they pee, it's,
Mhm.
like, over the edge, on the floor. Like, listen,
No,
you have, like, 6 feet of pee pad. Why are you still peeing on the floor? Like, I can't deal.
too funny. They're probably like, I want to sleep on this. It's
No,
soft.
oh my gosh, seriously? I have one of the puppies. They have
Mhm.
a giant dog bed from Costco, okay? First of all, they already chewed it up. That's
Oh yeah,
fine, that's what puppies do.
yeah.
I sewed it up, washed it, put
Yeah.
it in their cage, and this dog is sleeping on the pee pad. Like,
Wow.
sir.
No.
$40 dog bed. You want to eat it and then sleep on the pee pad? Like,
You,
you're ridiculous.
you're like, what do you like? What do you like? Like, I stopped buying those fluffy beds because they don't last.
No, they just eat it. They just
Yeah.
eat it. The amount of beds that I've got, at first I'm like, I'm just buying them from the dollar store because like they need a bed. And then after I'm like, yo, take a blanket because I don't have time for this. It's
Oh
like
my goodness. Yeah, I
$5 a day for a fucking dollar store bed for you to eat it? No. No,
no,
no, no. No,
no.
no, no. Ridiculous. I cannot.
So you didn't want to neuter the
Oh, that's one question I was gonna ask.
Mhm.
Listen, right now she's in heat. Her
Really?
first heat after giving birth.
Oh. Mhm.
Hell, 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 hell on
I
earth. Okay? Like
manage.
the first of all, we have all boy puppies. We didn't get any girls.
Oh no, girl.
No
Oh.
girls. So the puppies and the dad are going crazy for her. They don't know any better, the puppies, obviously. So they're all trying to boink their mom and the dad. And literally, puppies are bigger than their dad at this point. They've
Oh yeah.
already grown bigger than him. So
Ah,
at first,
ah.
at first, I was like, no, they can't get it. Like they won't be able to have sex with her because they're too small. But then I thought about it. I'm like, he had sex with her and he was smaller than them. So like literally, it's been so crazy with her being in heat again. And I'm
No,
just
that's crazy.
it's too much. I'm like, we're not doing this again. Like, we have to like constantly keep them apart. She has a diaper on. They're ripping the diaper off of
That's why you have
her.
a diaper on.
Yes.
Ah,
I,
that's
I,
why I'm like, I see a diaper. Okay.
yes. No, it's because she's in heat and they won't stay off of her. It's crazy. I'm like, you guys are doing the most. Like, I can't stand it. It's too
I didn't
much.
know that. I didn't even
Yep.
think that the boy would do that. The son.
At first, I was like, that's crazy. Like, how is the sons trying to get with their mama, but like it's honestly just their instinct. They don't know, right? It's just like,
Mhm.
and they're seeing their dad do it. They're like, oh, that's what we're supposed to do with this feeling.
Right, and they'll get it. Oh my god.
It's so disgusting. Okay, I'm like, you guys are nasty and you need to stop.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. But she hates the diapers. She hates it. And she is such a like she's ready to get bread again. Like
Yeah,
for
of
all
course.
of them, she's ready, spreading herself. She's like, "Yes, take me. Take
Uh,
me." I'm like, "Can you stop?"
right? No.
Too much. But yes, apparently we have to wait 2 months after her heat before she can get neutered.
Okay.
So end of April we're going, and even that is going to be $600.
Hmm. They're really I guess the insurance might help. Like I haven't really looked into like the animal insurance, but
I've looked into it. I thought about it. But,
Mhm.
like, honestly, I have a really hard time paying for things that are not tangible. Like,
I
I have a hard time, like, paying $200 for something that I can't see, like, that
mhm.
I can't, Even though I
I
know if that situation comes, it's gonna be helpful,
I know.
but also, it's likely nothing's gonna happen, so I'm gonna be paying $200 a month for no reason.
No, it's true, especially with the animals too. Like how often are you really going to the vet? Like
Exactly, no, like
you go like every
not
year.
that often.
Yeah,
And
I
you
know.
pay so much. I guess in an emergency, yes, it's very good, but how much emergencies do you have with your dog? I've had a couple, but not too many.
Hmm.
Actually, the last time we took the puppies to the vet, um one of them had hurt his leg because he tried to jump on the bed and missed and like landed on his back thigh.
Oh
So, like,
yeah.
he was
What?
limping for, like, 2 weeks.
Oh,
I was like, "Good. Stay your ass on the floor."
no.
Literally, literally. And, like, his brother isn't scared, obviously, because he never drop. He always makes it, and
Yeah.
he'd be on the couch like, "Ha ha, you can't get up here."
That's so funny. They have the little personality
Oh,
go
like,
crazy.
Their personalities are crazy. Like they're so, and I feel like even though it was so hard to name them, their names suit them so well. Like the one that fell, his name
Yeah.
is Legend, and he's literally a legend. Like he does whatever he wants. And
Yeah.
then the other one is Gohan, and he's just like his dad. He's literally like exactly his dad's twin. So it was perfect to name him after his dad like that. So
Uh,
yeah, my babies. What are all your dogs' names? Let's hear it.
we have Quinn,
Mm-hmm.
Harlequin, the only girl. We're so
Aw.
happy. It's so funny because she is such a girl. Like compared to her brothers, she is really like a girl. She doesn't eat as much. Like she's trying to keep her figure. Like I'm like, this is like real. This is real life. We have Ghost, who's the firstborn. He's all white face.
Oh.
We have Thor. He's the second born. He has like a little like lightning bolt on his neck.
Oh.
Yeah, he looks cool like his dad. He has like white down his nose, up his forehead. We have 11, 11, 11. My son and I like, came up with all these little names.
That's so
Um,
cute.
and we have Patty. He has a shape of like a bell on his neck. So
Aw.
let's think of something like we don't want to call him Belle because that's like a girl's name, right?
Yeah.
I thought of Patty LaBelle, but I because he's a boy, we call him Patty LeBelle. So
Oh, that's cute.
Patty, aka Donnie, so I call him Don because he's a prince, you know. Hey. So I have my prince, my princess. I ideally do want to keep two of them, so yeah,
So your plan is to have 4 dogs.
that's my plan.
We gonna be twinning. 4 dogs for us.
That's
That is funny.
I know
Honestly,
it's hard. It's hard to like give them up.
oh, I know. It is. It is. I'm attached. They're my babies at this point. So what advice would you give to someone who's thinking about breeding some dogs?
Oh, definitely prepare yourself for.
Mhm.
I don't want to say the worst, but because we didn't think about the worst that could happen.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of scary stuff that could happen. But like educate yourself on that. Make sure you have what you need just so that she's comfortable.
Mhm.
You know, and maybe even before breeding, like maybe try to put some feelers out and see if there are people who would be
We're
interested.
interested.
Because
Mhm.
people would always see me and the dogs and be like, "Oh, do you have puppies? Oh, let me know." So I'd always get that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? They're pretty.
Yeah, that's good advice. That's good advice. I would say personally 10 out of 10 do not recommend anyone to start breeding dogs. Because listen, you don't want to do this. Like you don't want this life. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
It's a
don't do it.
lot.
It is hard. It is hard. I mean, I appreciate that comment really. Because especially like even coming from a mother, like we're mothers, right? So
Yeah,
people who, like don't have children.
it's like exactly. I couldn't imagine like we kind of understand the pressure that's put on us cuz we're mothers, right? But
Mhm.
like I couldn't imagine like not being a mother and then
Yeah.
just knowing what to do. Like I don't know, like it's just a lot. It's too much actually. Plus you and like if you also have kids, like I have kids and I have fucking puppies.
Yeah,
Like it's
I didn't
just
tell
too
you
damn
that.
much.
Yeah, exactly. No, it is a lot. It's a lot of work. Sometimes, some days I'm like, oh my goodness, because you never know what the day is gonna bring.
Yes, seriously. Sometimes I'm like, why did I do this? What the fuck was I thinking? Like, why did I even get the second dog? Like,
I
like
know, I know.
seriously. Like, I
Listen,
question my life choices all the time.
you're exactly where you need to be, girl.
Oh my gosh.
It's working
But
out. It's
yeah,
working out.
it's too much. Also, one more thing, I have hairless dogs. So like I wasn't prepared for what maintenance comes with having dogs with fucking hair.
Mhm. That's
I was like, I need this brush, this brush. We have to have 2 baths a week. You guys smell like piss. Like Like my hairless dogs, like no smell sticks to them. They barely stink. Like every other week they need a bath. Like they're so good. Their skin has nice oils on it, keeps them moisturized.
I know I love the hairless dog.
Hair dogs are too much, bro. It's a lot. I think that was a good little talk. Where can people find you if they want to buy your dogs?
You can find us on Puppies, Puppy Kings Exotics on TikTok and Instagram.
Mhm.
And they can follow me at Colabada Baby on Snapchat. Like both,
Mhm.
you can contact me there. And yeah,
Okay. And what about if they
I'm
need
good.
some braids?
Braids is Elite Braiders
There
Salon
you go.
on Instagram.
Yes, y'all. She's not just puppies, okay? She braids too. All right. So, yeah, this was great. Thank you for coming. I can't believe we talked for 40 minutes
I
about
know,
puppies.
like really the time, like seriously, really
That's crazy.
shooting. That's amazing. Well, thank you for having me.
No, thank you. Honestly, this was such a good talk. I think people will get a lot of insight from it if they're thinking about having puppies or whatever, or thinking about buying puppies. I also have puppies for sale, y'all.
Yeah.
We have the totally different breeds. So if you're looking for a bigger dog, holler at her. If you're looking for a little tiny one with fluffy, let me know. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, you can always rate the podcast. Tune in next week, every Sunday at 12. Bye.
Bye.